Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny. If you hear new, hit subscribe buttons and notification bell so you can never miss any our incredible content. Today we need to create here the new app inside the native iOS Swift UI. Inside we need to create here the Healtho gyms and fitness apps. Let's first of all need to see this here the UI and we need to create here the projects. Now need to open here the new projects and to select this here the iOS platform, select here the apps and to click on next. And now need to give this here the name Healtho gyms, and then after need to click on next, and then after need to select here the your folders, which place need to put this here the projects, need to select here folders directory and to click on creates. Now clicking this and to show this here the our codes. And now first of all need to see this here today creating here the screens inside this API as well as the app project setups need to see this here. Also the directory structures need to show here, and also need to use this here the MVVM patterns need to follow in these projects. View models like these patterns are the follow here. Now first of all need to create here the play screens, then after the onboarding screen need to develop here. Let's start how to write down inside the Swift UI. First of all need to remove here the containers no needs and to delete here in remove trust. And then after we need to go, first of all need to create here the font folders for these apps, create here the new groups and to give this here the name as a fonts. Then after we need to create here the common UI folders, create here the common folders. After need to create here the new groups and to give this here the name UI common. Inside we need to put this here the all common UI and use here the Swift UI. Then after need to another folders need to create here the view model, and then after need to create here the model view model, and last one is the screen. Create here the new groups and to create here the screen folder. Inside we need to create here the two folders. First of all need to create here the home, and then after need to create here the another groups as a login, and need to create here the new files and to give this here the name. Click on select here the Swift UI to go here and to give this here the name onboarding screen and to create like this here and to show this here. Now go inside the Healtho apps and to replace this with here the name and to set here navigation view, and now need to pass this here as a onboarding screen, and also need to set this here the styles navigation styles and to set this here the stack like this. Set our configurations are the need for these screens. And first of all need to create here the one more important parts of the this UI. Need to create here the play screen. Now need to click on the new files and to select this here the launch screen and to give this here the creates. Then after now need to go inside the projects and to change this here the minimum version, so need to set here the 15s, and also need to unuse, need to orientations need to remove here, and also need to set this here the launch screens here. Select here the launch storyboards, and after automatic configures this UI. And now first of all need to needed image are the imports here and to put this here, and now need to create here the scales, set here the singles like this sets here. Then after fonts inside need to put this here the or app needed fonts need to put here, drag and drop inside the font folders, and to give select here the targets, add to targets like this. And first of all need to configure inside the info list files, go here and to add this here the needed here the add font providers for these applications, like the sets, and to set here the array. Now need to go here and to put here the one by ones the fonts names. Now need to open this here, copy this here the medium, copy relative, copy here, and now need to go against here and to put this here these names. Then another's, and also need to set here the extensions. ETF. Now add here the more font, bold, and after light, then after medium, then after set here the semi bold, like this. Sets here needed fonts. Now need to create here the common UI inside. We need to set here the UI extensions for these most important parts of the minimize your codes. Now need to create here the new files, and to give this select here the Swift UI, to give this here the UI extensions, and to create these files. Now open this here full screens, remove this all things, no needs. First of all, need to configure here the enum for the fonts, and to set here the pop in, and need to set here the string. Now need to set here the scale. First of all, need to set here the light font, and need to set here pop in underscore light. Same as need to set here these files. Then after another case, we need to set this here. Change set here the regular. Then after medium, then after semi bold, then after bold, and change here also bold, semi bold, medium, and regular, like this. Now need to create here the font extensions class, extends font, and to call this here static font, static functions, and to use this here the custom font, and now we need to set here underscore font, and to set here the pop-ins and font size, and set this here the CG font, CG float, and to return this here the font. And now need to use this here the custom, set here the names font dot row value, and to give this here the font size, like this method to call here, and set here the custom fonts. Now screen related some configurations are the extension class need to need this here, CG plots inside need to use this here, need to call this here the extensions, and to create here the CG plot like this, and to set here the static where screen width is equal to need this here doubles returns, and to return this here UI screen main dots need to use this here the bounds dots need to size dots need to return here the width. Same as need to create here the screen height, and to change this here the titles heights H capital and also change here height. Then after the width UI screen not seen screen. Now need to create here the static function, and to get this here the width percentage, and need to set here percentage by double, and to return this here the bulb like this. And now need to return here the screen width multiply by 0 percentage like here. Few examples need to set this here 3.75 and 0.5. Return here the 50% width like this. Like this, configure this here examples. Same as need to create for the heights, and to change this here the titles as a height and to screen height like this set here, and to configure this here. Now we need this here the top insets need to need here, need to write down here the static where top inset as written here the doubles. Now need to return keywords, and to let's to write down here the returns as a 0.0 if that is conditions if let keyframe free window is equal to UI application dots share news here the key window, and need to return this here's key window dots shape area top like this returning here's. And to get this here warning not matters here because need to use this here the 15 targets here not matters. Now copy here, same as need to get this here the bottom insets, and to set here the bottom. Then after horizontal insets need to get here, copy here horizontal insets. Now need to set here the left plus right, same as vertical insets, copy here, paste this here, and to change this here vertical insets. Set now need to set here the top, and also need to merge with bottoms like this need to set here. Now apps needed here some colors, need to extend here the color extensions or like this, and to call this here. First of all need to find out here the one extension method to create here the X string. I have already codes right here, need to paste this here. This is the big function that's to write like this. We need to stop this screen video and to write this like here the functions for the exa colors. Now need here some property for the defining here. First of all need to set here the static where primary app color, return here the color, to call this here returns colors, and need to set here x f1 c4 0 e for the primary colors. Then after need to set here the primary text colors. Primary text, and now need to paste this here, these colors. Then after needs here the primary secondary text color, and we need to set here text colors. Then after primary BTN primary text colors, and BTN secondary color. Then after needs here the placeholder color. Then after need to inactive color. Inactive colors. Use this here the primary text with opacity 0.2, like this sets. Now text BG colors we need to set here TXT and we need to set here color code, color X, set this here, and border colors also need to set here, and to paste this here. Like this we need to set here, and also needs here the some UI related configurations are the needs, and now need to extend here the corner radius for the extends view, and we need to write down here first of all the function corner radiate. Now we need to set here the rate, set here CG plot, then after corners UI rect corners, and we need to return here some view returning colors, and to write down here the clip shape. Now need to create first of all the shapes, create here the structures, and to give this here the name rounded corner, and to create here the shape. Now need to set here the where radius CG plot is equal to dot infinity, then where corner and to set this here the UI contour is equal to all corner. Then after need to call here the functions as a path init rect, and to return this path call this here let path is equal to UI basing path rounded by corners, set here the rect, then after need to give this here the corners, then after need to set this here the CG size, width and height need to set here the radius, like, and we need to return here path, set here path dot cg path, and to return here. And now need to call this here the extension methods inside rounded corner, and to set here the radius as a radius and corners as a corners, like this configures here in this UI. Now we need to another functions we need to write down here the and editing, and we need to set this here the UI applications dot share dot send actions, and to call this here the selector, and to set this here the UI responder dot first set to nil from as a set here the nil, and events also need to set here nil, like this set here. Now here the most important parts for the global functions. You need to extend methods for the navigations, hide some informations like the navigation titles, navigation back buttons hides, navigations bar hides, and ignore safe area. Like this, you need to common functions you need to develop here. First of all, you need to write down here the where nav hide, and we need to set here the some written here the view. These extension methods are the most important because we need to every time use these methods. That's why I need to write down here. The first of all, we need to set here the navigation title, set here the blank. Then after we need to navigation back button hide, navigations button hide, set here the true, and also ignore here the safe area. And another we need to without safe area, same like need to create sears, but we need to without safe area, without, and to remove this here these functions. Then after we need to call this here the max centers as well as the max center, set here the some view as a return here the view at set here. Now we need to return here, and to set here the param, set here the maximum width infinity. Then after need to give this here the alignments as a center, like this configures. Same as need to create here the max left, and set here the leading. Same as need to create right, max right, and to write down here the leading. Now need to give this here the top padding, top 8, returns here the sum view, and to call this here the returns, and pairings you need to set here, set as a top, and to set here the 8. Same as we need to create for the bottom, for 8, and write down bottom 8. Now copy here too, and to set same as the 15s. This is the our need mostly use here the every controls. That's going to depends here the commons, not need to every time like these lines. Need to direct put this here the dots and this value automatically all these years like this. You need to shortcuts are the creatings for these extensions. Now need to create as a verticals and horizontal for the same. Now need to copy here this for line and to paste this here. Now need to give this here vertical, copy here. Now verticals here, horizontal, set here, horizontal, image, and to configure this here. And also need to create here 20, 20, and last ones create for the all 20 and 50. These are the commons, and also need to another two are the here create here the where top with shape, set here the some view. Now need to copy here the top, set here, and need to set here the tops. First of all need to give this here the top insets plus set here to image bottom and write down here the bottoms, bottom inset plus to set here the no. Like this you need to here the extension method mostly use any projects you can create, then to need this here the this common extension methods. Now we need to create here the place screens inside the set here the logo. Now we need to remove ears and to add here the image view and to put this ears of the center. Now we need to give this here the equal width as well as to aspect ratio and set here the constraints center verticals and horizontals contents with the center like the sets here. And now also need to set here the 65% of this years. Now need to give this here the image app logo like this sets here and to showing this year's display screens. And also make sure with this here the configure this UI storyboards. Launch storyboards need to make sure here the configures, otherwise not show here the storyboards. Now need to go inside and first of all need to making here the onboarding screens. Now need to go here and to find out here the onboarding screens and to configure this here. Now first of all need to create here remove this wall text, no needs, and to create here the z text and you need to give this here the extension method of the navigations hide to use this here and auto remove here the navigation bar. Then after you need to set here the alignments of the center and to remove this here on views like this. Now first of all you need to develop here the skip buttons and next buttons you need to develop here. Then after you need to create here the paging view need to develop here. First of all you need to set here the VS text and you need to set here the set here the top with shape and bottom with shape to like this set here. These configurations are the needs, and also need to give this here the horizontal 15s. Now we need to create here the horizontal stacks. First of all, need to need this here the space. After need to create here the button actions like this. Now need to set here the text property and to give this here the names as a skip. Now need to set here the custom font as a custom font extension methods, and to give this here the light, and to set here the font as a 12 like this. Configurations are the needs here. Now need to give this here the horizontal spacing as a 15s and vertical spacing give this here the 8. Now need to set here the foreground colors for this button, to give this here the color secondary text. Then after need to set this here the background colors as a color, and to set this here the text PG colors. Then after need to set here the overlay for the drawing here the borders. You call this here the overlay, and need to convert this here rounded corners radius. We need to set this here to 25. Then after we need to draw here the strokes. First of all, we need to set this here the color dot border. Then after we need to give this here the line width as a set here the 1 and 2. Save this here. So now need to create here the space and to set this here the tops like this, showing here these buttons. Now need to check here this width, maybe here 15, not an issue. Like this UI are the showing here into here. Now we need to create here the next buttons we need to develop here. Now need to copy here and to paste this here, this data, and to give this here the text as a next. And now need to set here the font as a semi bold, and we need to set here the 14, and we need to here set here the foreground colors as a BTN primary text, and primary app colors need to set like this here, and remove this here the borders. Now need to set here the frame, give this here the width 150, and also need to give this here the heights as a 15 like this. And now need to create here the round corners. Need to give this here the corner radius, set here the 25, and look like this over the UI need to showing here this next buttons. And now need to develop here the paging page view. Need to develop, first of all need this here the tab view, and to need this here the some data for related here the select variables. Need to set here the state variables where, and to set here the private where, and select tab, select page, set it to 0. Then after another state variables where, and to set here the page array, and to give this here I have already prepared this array, and to set here this data for this here. Image means you need to go inside the assets and to give this here the image in 1, in 2, in 3 like this configures, and to give this here, and this is title for give here the title text like this. You need to set here. Now need to set here the tab view, selections. You need to give this here the dollars. Select page and to set here anime. Now create here brackets and remove here brackets. And to create like tag, it also need to set here bracket, remove here. Now need to create here the for each loops to develop here data. First of all 0 to set here page array dot count and to give this here the id as a cell and need this here the indexed in variables and to get this here the index. First of all need to get this here the io object is equal to need to set this here page array is not matters here and to set this here the indexed value. Now we need to calling this here remove here and to first of all this show also need to change this here styles tab styles and do this here the page table styles and to set this here the index page modes need to set here the never like this. Now need to create here the which tag set here the spacers and also need to set here the spacers. Now need to set here the text property. Now need to set here the text and to give this here the IO object and to pass this here the titles optional value give this like here. Now need to set here the font dot custom font and now need to set this here the bold and to size here 24 and also need to set this here the multi text lines need to set the center like this here. Now need to copy this. Now need to set here the subtitle and to change this here the font as a regular and to set here the 14 like this showing here this UI. Now need to developing here the image need to set here. Now need to set image and to set here I object and to give this here the indexed as optional. Now need to set here the resizable and need to set this here the scale to fit and now need to set here the temp is equal to set here the width percentage need to set this here to 0.65 like this and now rollings and to get this here image now need to use this here the same space need to set here now here's the space between this image and UI edge text. Now need to cut yes this here now need to set here the frame use this here the width as a screen width and also need to set here the height as a screen width and alignments also need to set here as a send and now like this show here and to displaying here as a similar to our designs. Now need to create here the page indicators. Need to show this here this area. First of all, need to go and to tab view inside. Need to set here the overlay content, and also need to set here the alignments as a bottom like this configures are the need here. Then after need to draw here the UI, set here the edge tag, and also need to set here the spacing, set here the 6, 8 is good, not 6. This creates, and also need to give this here the padding as a bottom height percentage. Need to set this here the 0.2% of this heights like this set here. Now need to draw here the dots, create here the for each loops, and to set here the 0, and to give this here the page array dot count and id, give this here slash dot self dot id, and to create here the indexed in. Now need to create here the capsules, and now need to set here the fill color, select item, select page equal to indexed, and to set here the color primary, otherwise we need to set here the color inactive. Now need to set here the frame width, need to give this here the height, and also need to set here the height as a set here the height. Set here the fill, not on, sorry for that. Primary CS. Look like this here the showing this UI and similar to our XD designs. Now need to open here XD file, and UI are the looking good for the similar CS. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channel and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.